I'm no longer racing it. I cannot run it. I've learned walk with it. I've learned play with it. And I learned live with it. I think I'll die soon. I just keep thinking that I have a disease. You know, I think I have something in my body too. The first thing when I wake up, the door's out there in front of my computer. They're out there when I'm trying to eat. They're out there just nonstop. Whole time. It's tiring. I try to focus on something, but I can't. I feel like they are taking control over me. This constant worry about being sick, dying, is tiring me.
What are you afraid of?
I'm afraid I have a brain tumor. That's what I'm constantly thinking, worry about.
And how long have you had this concern or these thoughts?
For 5 months, maybe more.
What have you done about it? Did you go to see a...
I did everything. Everything. First, I went to my doctor. He did me a basic checkup, found nothing. 3 days later, I felt something again. So I went to the hospital emergency room. They checked me again, but they didn't find anything. So I just begged them to make me a CT scan. But it showed nothing too. So they sent me at home and they just referred me to a kind of, I don't know, neurologist, something like that. So I asked for MRI, but it hasn't referred me yet.
So they haven't found anything, right?
No.
Kevin, how did you feel after seeing the doctors?
I know where you're going.
Where?
I'm sorry, but you psychologists are terrible, just terrible.
Why?
Why? Yes, I felt better, a little bit, just a little bit calmer, but...
But what?
I just start worrying again constantly.
Kevin, first, I want to thank you for sharing with me. I know it's hard. I want to help you. I want you to share all your thoughts and feelings with me. Okay? I want to work with you on this. I'm glad you're seeking help instead of battling it all alone.
Thank you, but there is something I didn't tell you.
Yes?
First time when I went to the doctor, of course, after talking with him for a while, he said, it's only a mental thing, can you believe that? You know, to be honest with you, some doctors think they know everything. They think they have all answers.
You told me that after visiting him, you felt calmer.
Yes, a little bit. Just because he prescribed me a kind of an antidepressant and a miraculous melatonin, I think so. I don't remember what it is. He recommended me also to take a tea cocktail, which is horrible, by the way. I'm tired. Nothing helps. I don't know what to do.
Have you seen a psychiatrist? Or will you?
I don't know. I just have a hard time admitting that I have this.
That you have what? A brain tumor? That you're dying? Or that you have anxiety? Kevin, I'm here to help you. I will be with you as we try to understand and figure this out. Okay? Our time is up for today. Next week, same time?
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
And over the next few days, try to think, to remember if anything special happened these last months. Anything that might have triggered these worries, these fears. And if anything comes to mind, write it down. Okay?
I feel a bit calmer now.
Good. That's good. But if, when the worries, the fears return, remember, you're not alone in this. I am with you. Okay?
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome. I look forward to working with you.
Wait. Did you hear about Nick? Yeah, my friend Nick. Yeah, I just understand. 10 days ago, we was posting on Instagram that he was busy, smiling and happy. Yeah. Yeah. He was on this camp, and I don't know, later someone from the group just posted and he was healed and that he needs prayer. Yeah. I just heard it was really bad. There's nothing the doctor can do. Can you believe that? I just can't believe it, Mom. Yeah. Yeah, I love you, Mom. Gotta go. Bye. It all started when I found out that Nick, my classmate from the high school, was sick and dying. So sudden, So surprising. And the doctors, why they could do anything? They should be able to cure him. From the moment I heard the news, I could not stop looking at the photo of him. I look at what he wrote, how he posed in the photos, and how happy he seems to be. Everything seems to be normal. And now, in a few days, everything has changed. I couldn't believe it. I could accept that someone from my age suddenly was dying. That these were his last days.
Any news about Nick? Have you heard anything?
Actually, it's bad. Yeah, really bad. He's unconscious, actually.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, me too.
Kevin, may I ask you something? And please take the time you need to answer me, okay?
Yeah, go ahead, yeah.
What worries you the most today? Are you worried about Nick? Or are you more worried about yourself? That you might have a brain tumor? You spent hours and days looking at Nick's Instagram. Why did you do it? What went on inside you when you looked at Nick's photos, his posts?
I think you don't need to ask any more questions. I get it. You know, he's just my friend. I just see myself being in his place. I could become sick and die just like Nick is dying right now.
And how do these thoughts make you feel?
They freak me out, totally freak me out, yeah.
Uh-huh. What else?
I don't know, I just panic. Yeah, I panic. You know, I'm young, my life just begun. I can't really die right now.
Is it a difficult realization?
Yeah. Yes, it is.
So today, your attention is more on your fear of dying than on Nick's current situation.
I guess it is.
Mm-hmm. So you're telling me that for several weeks, there has been this excessive, uncontrollable fear of death.
I would say a brain tumor. Yeah, dying from it, just like Nick is dying right now, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It stressed me out.
Well, we're all going to die at some point.
Yes, but not now. You know, it really scares me. You know, most people don't go around be scared of dying. To not be able to function at all, right?
Uh-huh.
It's a constant alarm. You know, I just want to be in control, to be in control of everything in my life. But I can't, I really can't.
That is anxiety.
Fear took over. It controlled me. I lost control while trying to control everything. For the first time in my life, I had a panic attack. Anywhere, anytime. They are bad. And I fear having another one. And that just made me more stressed out, more worried, more fearful. I had no peace. I worry about having cancer or tomorrow, about dying. The fear of having another panic attack was so strong that I no longer could sleep. For weeks, it felt like I got no sleep. During the day, fragile, tired and exhausted, I could not concentrate. I just was not there. I felt like day by day things just go worse. I did not want to eat. I did not want to see anyone. I had no capacity or energy to connect. Noises were unbearable and killed me inside. Everything stressed me out. I longed to escape to some small island, anything that could give me a little peace, some rest for a moment. It's not better. It's worse, actually. I promise you, I try to fight against my thought. I try to chase them away. I try to distract myself. It's not working.
Tell me about those fights.
Sometimes I just do stupid things. That's a little bit embarrassing, but
It's okay. I won't tell anyone.
Sometimes I talk quite out loud alone with myself, telling that it's not true. Telling that everything is a lie and that my mind is making up. Sometimes in the shower I argue with myself, telling that it's not true.
And? Does it work?
No, nothing. It's not working at all. Sometimes I just stand in front of the mirror several times a day. Look for a bump on my head, see how my head is moving, to see if there is any weakness in my arms and my legs. Just looking for a symptom of tumor.
So, you know exactly what the symptoms of...
I know everything. I'm already an expert on brain tumor. I've seen all videos on YouTube. I've read everything that Dr. Google say about tumor, cancer, and symptom. I know everything.
And how do you feel after reading or seeing all that?
That's a good question. My first feeling is a sense of relief. It gives me some peace of mind to know all that. I don't even have 10% of those symptoms. So I just try to convince myself that I don't have any of that, but when I just go back to my daily stuff, my worries switch on. I say, Kevin, think something else. It's not true, but it's so exhausting, so draining.
Do you notice that your focus changed? That your focus is on yourself now? it doesn't seem to be about Nick anymore. His illness possibly triggered this, but now it's sort of taken on a life of its own. And we're talking only about the fear of dying.
It's the strongest stubborn thing. But I can't control it. It doesn't listen to me.
It's an anxiety disorder, Kevin. Health anxiety and panic attacks. And it's not helping you. It's not protecting you or your life. Rather, it's taken away from it.
Yeah, that's true, correct.
You told me that in the last weeks, everything has been getting worse, right? Is that how you feel today?
Just horrible, yeah, horrible.
May I suggest something? I sense there is some progress. Our focus changed. Now we talk about your fears, your worries. I sense that you recognize that there is a problem and what the problem is. I do not think it's cancer. And I don't believe you really think so either.
So what? Do you want me to say that? Yes, that's anxiety, yeah. I'm afraid I have a brain tumor. A brain tumor in my head. And of dying just like my friend is dying. I'm afraid with this idea, and it's taking over my life. I'm tired. It's taking over my life for weeks now. So, are you happy now?
Are you? That's a significant step, Kevin. Recovery is not like climbing a mountain. It's more like trekking through a mountain range. There will be ups and downs. Now you're here. We will be going on a journey until we get here. On the way, we'll be on some mountaintops and in some valleys. Hopefully not too deep. We've already started walking. I'll be walking with you. It's a journey that will take several weeks, maybe months. Sometimes you'll feel better and think that you're cured. The next day, maybe you'll feel worse and want to give up. That's just how a journey like this is.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you. So there is no homework for next week?
Yes, I have one for you. And it's an important one. I suggest that for the next 2 weeks that you exercise daily. That when those worries come up, you just don't sit and ruminate about them, but get up and do something. Okay?
Yeah, I'm ready. I think so, yeah.
Good. And one more thing. Instead of fighting your fears, trying to escape or distract yourself, try something else. Instead of pushing them away, try letting them in. Play with the idea. Accept it as if it were real. Imagine that you do indeed have a tumor and that you're going to die. Let it be real for 1, 2, 3 minutes.
Wait, what are you talking about? So you are telling me to... You just telling me that imagine that I'm dying? Is that correct?
Not quite,
So what?
but play with it. Let it be a what-if game. let it stay for a moment, and then let it go.
But what's the point of that?
Maybe...
That's what I'm trying to understand. What's the point of that?
Maybe the best strategy isn't fighting against the anxiety. Maybe it's better and possible to figure out a way to live with it.
So now you are telling me that I haven't accept for 5 minutes that I'm dying?
Trust me. Try it. Tell me next time how I made you feel.
I must confess, it was hard. Imagining that I have a tumor, that I will die, allow myself to go there in my thoughts. Just a mind game? Or could I make it more real? I came up with a strategy. I wanted to make this more real, to try it out. So I got creative.
What is that?
Oh, let me introduce them. That's my fear. They are here in front of me, in front of us.
And what does it mean that you put those words on a bottle of water?
I just use this bottle every day. I drink a lot of water. I carry this bottle with me always, so I just decide to put my fear in a place where I can always see them and touch them and yes, feel them.
And what do you feel when you drink from this bottle?
Sometimes I was afraid. I can't even look at the bottle. I even hide it, as if I could, as if that would escape from it. But at times I was able to live with it. I was able to look at the bottle and I drink in the bottle. And nothing bad happens to me.
Interesting.
But it's hard, you know?
When you start fighting those thoughts, what happens?
I get stressed out.
And your anxiety increases?
Yes, a lot.
And that vicious circle of thoughts, triggering feelings that trigger more thoughts begins?
Yes, exactly.
And what do you feel when you can accept dying?
You know, the other day I just asked myself, what is the real problem if today I have a brain tumor and I know that I'm dying? Is it now the here, the present, the most important?
Tell me a little more about that.
I worry so much about the future that I miss out the present, that's all.
Go on.
I don't want to miss out on life. In this very moment, the present, I have to accept it. The future, I cannot control.
That is so true, Kevin. What you did these last days was to expose yourself to face your specific fears. And that exposure showed you that your fears did not hurt you. They weren't dangerous. You realized that you were able to live with them. Do you see? Step by step, you are realizing that your fears are just that. Ideas, fantasies, imaginations, exaggerated, oversized, quite irrational. They're real, but they're not reality. If you just let them be, they'll come and they'll go. Like the waves on the beach. They come in, then they go out. Sometimes they'll wash over you, but it's just for a moment.
That sounds quite poetic.
You're learning to accept these ideas, these fears. You're learning to live with them. And you have realized that as surely as they'll come, they will also go away.
Well, my fear of death comes and rush over me right often.
Like when a friend is visiting?
Come on, don't tell that my fear is a friend.
Why not? Your fears are your friends.
So bad friend, you mean?
Yeah, but friends who visit you from time to time and may visit you several times throughout your life.
So you're telling me that I don't have to run away?
Accept them. Just let them be what they are, no more nor less. And when you feel they can't hurt you anymore, they'll go away.
Okay, but why do you think I'm so terrified of dying?
What do you think? If you knew that tonight you would die, what would that feel like? Is there some unresolved issue or problem in your life? Is there something unfinished in your life?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I just want to have a family. I want to find a woman in my life, to have a children. Just means something for someone.
Do you feel that there are aspects of life you haven't lived yet?
I just want to give something for someone. I want someone to be happy that I have lived and make the difference for those around me.
And you feel that you haven't achieved that yet?
You know, in the last 6 years, I have 4 girlfriends, except one of them. The 3 others decided to end the relationship, not me.
How did you feel after those breakups?
Frustrated. Disappointed with myself, of course.
Why yourself? You weren't disappointed with them?
We just were talking about why I don't want to die. What do my breakup have to do with this?
You told me that you would like to find a woman in your life, to have a family, that you want to do something meaningful for others, that you're seeking something of significance in your life, right?
Yeah.
That's understandable. We all want to truly have lived before we die. It makes sense.
So it's all clear?
There's one thing. I just didn't get what the guilt was about.
Still more detective work. I think I'm not ready. I have first to change a lot of things before I die.
Could it be that your fears, your worries, that your anxiety is more about how to live than how or when to die?
Maybe I have to think about that.
Kevin, I wonder if you took some big steps today.
I think you were a good detective too.
You're a creative person. Do you like to draw?
Of course, yes I do.
For our next session, bring me 2 drawings. Draw who you are, and another one where you draw who you want to be. Okay?
Yeah, sure, I'll do that, yeah.
See you in 2 weeks.
Okay. Exactly as Laura suggests, the following weeks were ups and downs. The anxiety came back, washed over me, stronger than ever. My fear intensified. I went back to fight my fears, seeking to find calm through information, reading and watching, arguing with myself or simply distracting myself. My life returned to a constant state of stress, alertness, and rumination. I even began to experience something rare, something strange, something difficult to describe. A feeling of depersonalization. A feeling that I'm outside, detached from myself. A feeling of derealization, the feeling that nothing and no one around me are real. Dreadful feelings. Let's again. I'm back to be chased by my fears. Running, fleeing away from my fears.
How is it working for you?
I run faster, but my fear is still faster.
Do you remember what I told you a few sessions ago?
Yes, and you know, everything is happening again.
I want to ask you something.
Another drawing?
No. Well, yes. Let's come back to that.
What it will be?
Commit to being kind and compassionate toward yourself. If, when at times, the fear of dying washes over you, accept it. Just let it be what it is. Observe it, analyze it, but do not attack it or yourself. Just let it be what it is. From now on, commit to living each day in the way you can and with the strengths and opportunities you have. If you feel sad and down, worried or fearful, accept it. Don't fight it. Just let it be what it is. I want you to live a life of acceptance and self-compassion. Acceptance of all your thoughts and emotions, and compassion for when things go wrong and when you're suffering.
That sounds sort of nice. I always told myself to not worry. I always try to think positively and just look the bright side of things, but you are telling me to accept the bad stuff and just let it go.
Yes, I'm saying that. Look, for such a long time, we've been educated to ignore, suppress, avoid, and deny our emotions. Right?
Correct.
But that doesn't make them go away. That just makes them into wild animals, ready to pounce on us at any time. Maybe it's better to bring those emotions into our home. Maybe it's better to make them like domesticated animals, rather than wild, uncontrollable, unpredictable beasts.
So, the best way to do is just to open the door when every time they visit me.
Do you want to try it?
Well, that's mean sometimes I need to carry off my fear and even the symptoms of anxiety with me.
I think that's a better strategy. Your fears may never go away fully and never return.
So you're telling me that I'm not going to hell?
Sometimes the fears will come very close. Sometimes they will hide somewhere in your subconsciousness. Depending on the stages of life or circumstances, these fears may reappear. But if you learn to accept them, then you may not have to fear being attacked by them.
Yes, but you did not answer me. I'm never going to hell?
That depends on what you mean by being healed. I would rather suggest something better than being healed,
Like what?
like becoming whole. Learning to be yourself with your strengths and weaknesses, with your positive and negative thoughts and emotions. That doesn't mean calling what is negative good, but accepting and embracing everything with compassion.
That's a lot. That's a lot to do.
Would you consider committing to that?
Well, yeah. Yes, I will. I will.
That's a step in the right direction, Kevin.
And what about the draw?
You like it, huh?
Of course I like it. I felt good to express myself and connect with things, and I felt I just bypassed this part of the brain to put everything into words, so yeah.
Okay. So I suggest we see each other in 3 to 4 weeks and with another drawing. Okay?
I'm no longer racing it. I cannot run it. I learn to walk with it. I learn to play with it. And I learn to live with it.
That is called acceptance.
I recognize that my fear is still there. And it always will be. Sometimes close, sometimes far away. But I don't mind. I just want to be present in. Live my life anyway.
So, what helped you the most as you journey to where you're now?
Look, I felt better. I'm no longer constantly monitoring myself to figure out what I'm feeling. I've got sort of it.
What was it that helped you reach where you are?
I just think this exercise of carrying death with me around through my bottle just really helped me. Strange as it may sound.
You allowed it to be around?
I realized that my fear cannot do me any harm. They are just fears. Fear, ideas, thought, feelings that come and go, just like the wave on the beach.
I think I said that first.
Yeah, I'll coach you forever. I'll coach you. Just like the train down the road in the station. That's a little bit scary, by the way. Loud, faster, but it do no harm. I just get on board and we go on ride together.
That's also a good metaphor.
Thanks for helping me, Laura, to accept my emotion and my feelings, just like they are.
How are you feeling today?
Well, I feel good. Really good. Calm. In peace with myself. But there's something I have to tell you.
Okay, tell me.
My friend Nick just passed away. There is nothing that could be done. His life is over.
I'm so sorry. And how do you feel about that?
I'm sad, of course. Sad for him and his family, especially. But you know, inside me, I still feel at peace. That's the most important, I think.
No anxiety?
No anxiety at all. No. It was calm this last day. The wave and the beach were quite pleasant. Look, Laura, I know that the death will come to me. And there will come to you too. And I know that my friends, my pet might return. But if when they do it, I'll be there to open the door for them.